Hi guys, thanks for joining me once again for another video. I have a guest today. I'm here with Paul. Thanks for joining me, Paul.
Hey, thank you.
And I want to introduce you to Paul because Paul has just joined the team of a channel I'll tell you about in a minute, but if you're a regular and you watch my videos, I'm pretty sure you'd have watched a channel called Land of Smiles with Simon. Very, very good channel. Simon hasn't uploaded, I believe, for about 4 years. He went back to the UK during COVID. I'd heard a rumor that he'd had an accident, but I don't know if that's true or not. Did you hear anything? Or
He's having some health problems.
Right. So, in a nutshell, what's happening now? He's not going to be coming back anytime soon, is he?
I think he doesn't have any plans to come back soon.
Right. So Simon built up his channel over a number of years. I was subscribed to it. I think he's a better storyteller than I am for sure. And he always kept me hanging on the edge of my seat with, we'll leave it there until next time. And it's like, no, very good storyteller. So it would have been a shame for that channel to just disappear into the abyss, as it were. So what's happened? Paul's come on board with Simon. They've been communicating via email, I suspect. And Paul is actually. Why don't you tell everybody what you're going to do on the channel, because you don't intend to tell stories, do you, like Simon did? No. So what do you want to do on the channel? So why don't you tell us what you intend to do with the channel? Because obviously Simon, I think it was just stories, and he did a bit of filming around his where he lived. But you're going to do some different things, I believe, right?
Yeah. So I've got another YouTube channel that I've used before, and most of my content is around the nightlife.
Mm-hmm. What's the name of your other channel? Maybe people can go and take a look.
GoGoHopping.com.
GoGoHopping.com, right? Okay.
So all that content on that website is based around like the entertainment inside the businesses.
Kind of Cowboy Nana, that sort of area, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat Pong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pattaya as well.
Okay.
And so what my content usually was like inside, like I say, exclusive review or a look inside the nightlife entertainment venues that you might not get on other channels. And also I do like to do like newbie reviews and stuff. I've got a website with like blogs and stuff, so a lot of that information, the blogs, newbie advice and guides, I make it into videos.
Okay.
When I've known Simon for a few years, for a long time.
So how did you two meet, or how did you get? Because I've never met him.
So when Simon first made his YouTube channel, I'm very interested in Thailand content, and especially nightlife content. So he was posting videos about how he was like a manager before, and so I quickly got to know him and quickly became his friend. I actually appeared on his live streams a few times in the beginning.
I'd forgotten about that. That's right, because he used to run a couple of bars down in Pattaya, didn't he?
Yeah.
One of them was off Walking Street. I remember him telling us about that. And the other one is a bar now. I think it's called Mods or something now. It's in Soy. Is it 8 or 9, something like that?
I'm not sure, but
I know the bar.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So he did talk about it in his earlier videos, and so I appeared on his channel a few times, got to know him. So that's how I got to know him. I was just interested in his content like anyone else.
Yeah. So how did you get from that to actually agreeing to carry on running his channel as you're going to now? Did you make contact with him, or did he contact you? Or?
We've been in contact a little bit since I told you he has had some health problems at the moment. So we have been in contact. I used to put a lot of his videos on my website as well. So that'd be like extra promoting and stuff. I had like some of his information and all his different socials were all linked from my website and stuff. Just mostly it was just because I liked his stuff and I wanted to promote it. It wasn't like he asked me to help him or anything like that. It was just like I wanted to promote the content that I thought was good content. And it's no problem for me. It's no hassle. So I've been in contact with him over the years, and I just was just looking at his channel and I thought, he's having health problems, he's not able to upload. There's no immediate plans for him. I believe I can say that. I think there's no immediate plans for him to come back to Thailand. So I thought, hey, I'm in Thailand right now.
And you're not going to tell stories. How do you think you're going to focus what was Simon's Land of Smiles? You're going to continue it. How do you think, where's the future for you and Simon and that channel?
Yeah. Simon asked me, he's like, can you do stories?
Stories.
Because he said most of his, a large portion of his subscribers, they joined the channel to listen to Simon's stories.
Like me. I did, yeah.
I listened to all his stories. I enjoyed listening to them. However, I'm not. I don't really feel like I'm a storyteller.
I don't think I'm one.
No, but you're pretty good at it.
Oh, thank you. Careful, I won't get my head out the door.
I'm not. I like listening to the stories, but telling the stories, you've got to have a bit of flair sometimes, right? And you've got to make it exciting for the listeners or the watchers.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll just tell it straight.
I think what I liked about Simon's stories, I read because my memory is really bad. I can't possibly read a story and remember it and tell it. What I liked about the way Simon told his stories was it was all, he was talking to the camera and it was almost like he was talking to you, and he had a very slow voice, whereas people tell me I speak too fast, and I know I do. And he just left you hanging on a cliff at the end of each episode, didn't he?
You said it was and we'll leave it there until next time.
Until episode number 3,450
of one series.
Yeah, for sure. So I think we've gone off track a little bit there. So what video do you? I mean, what do you want to? What videos do you want to make?
So I have my own content. I have my own style, the style that I'm comfortable making, and I think I can't change it too much.
No.
I'm just going to try. I think because it's a bigger channel, it'll be fine.
Okay, so you're not going to get too risque. If I'm understanding you right, you're going to kind of concentrate on the nightlife, the entertainment, the do's and the don'ts, prices, everything to do with the entertainment side of things.
Yeah, it'll mostly be the same content as I made before.
Right.
Newbie guides, like you said, prices, 10 things you can do and you shouldn't do. And I really like doing the look inside, because that's something that that's why I made my channel in the first place. I can just tell you now, you can when I first came to Thailand, I was going to all the go-go bars and I was like, I need to I'm spending a lot of money, and I need to get in these places, these businesses, without having to spend 10,000 baht or 30,000 baht a night. So I was like, I'm going to make a YouTube, and then I can get access inside. So that's why that's what I like to do. That's what my content I like to make.
It should be okay. I mean, Simon's channel's been established for a long time. He's got a lot of stories on there. I think if somebody subscribes because they see your video and then they go off and look at the stories, they might like them, they might not like them, but at least it's going to have a good mix of things. Because I originally only did stories in the UK, as you know, and then I came in, I thought, well, you know, I'm in Thailand, I need to go out and make some vlogs, right? But there's so many people doing it these days. How do you feel about that? Because you know, everywhere you look now, someone's holding a selfie stick and a camera.
It's good and it's bad. For me, any Thailand YouTuber or anybody on YouTube who has Thailand content, I subscribe immediately.
Do you?
And when they start to when they go back to their country and they start posting other stuff that's like about America, I just unsubscribe, right? But I'm subscribed to like 5,000 YouTubers.
What, all in Thailand?
All in Thailand.
5,000?
Yeah,
wow.
for sure.
And what do you think makes, I mean, a lot of people start YouTube channels and they start TikTok accounts and everything, focusing on Thailand. I mean, I've seen so many new vloggers out there. What do you think why do you think a lot of these channels fail? They just fall flat on their face. And why do you think that the ones that are successful?
Could be a couple of things, right? Like you said, I've got my own smaller channel, and I'm also part of the team at landofsmiles. So if you get shadow banned, that's your channel out. Right. So you're not going to grow. If you're the kind of person you are, if people like you and they think you're interesting, they'll watch your videos. Some people are not charismatic and outgoing, and some people are. Some people like to watch the people who are charismatic and outgoing. Some people don't like to watch those people, right? Some people are just too charismatic, and then there's the opposite scale. Some people are like very self-conscious and don't like to put themselves out too much, like myself. I'm probably the worst Thailand YouTuber. I never do vlogs.
Well, we'll let people judge that when you put out your first video on landofsmiles. I'm sure it's not going to be as bad as you say it is.
I tried to make I tried to do the vlog with the camera, and I hate my voice.
Do you?
And I hate my face.
Where do you actually come from? Because I know there's a ring of Scotland there.
Yeah.
Are you Scottish, or is it you just lived in a?
I'm Scottish, but I lived in China for 10 years. All my friends were American. Right. So if you speak Scottish, they won't understand. Right. So I was speaking mostly like American English. Say trousers, or say pants. Right. Instead of pants, we'll say underwear.
I find when I do streams or videos now, because I know I've got a huge American audience, I find that I say things double. So I'll say, like you said, I'll say, so we went out and bought a new pair of trousers, pants for the Americans. You know, I'll say the double meaning. Yeah. Do you find yourself doing that?
Yeah, well, I would just, because I've been speaking like the American words, like vocabulary, whatever it is, I've been speaking so much American, I don't even say the British words anymore.
Well, okay.
I don't even say trousers, I'll just say pants.
So what actually brought you to Thailand the first time, and how long ago was it?
I came 12 years ago. I was living in China. I had a Chinese girlfriend, and she was great. She was fantastic. Mm-hmm. But there was something there that I wasn't happy with. That I wasn't getting.
In China or the girl?
The girl.
Right.
And maybe China as well. Mm-hmm. I was living in the north of China. It's very cold. They have their food. They have their special kind of food. After a while, you're like, I want to try different food, and I also want to. I wanted to get a new girlfriend, and I was like, I went on the internet. Now this is a funny story actually. I went on the internet. I was like, which kind of Asian women are the most? I can't remember what I said. The most friendly, or the most the
appealing, something like that.
Kind, or the most friendly, the most warm, yeah. And so the answer I got from all these Google searches was Thai women. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go get a Thai girlfriend. So I came to Thailand specifically. Well, I came to Thailand thinking I can try and find a Thai girlfriend. And if I don't, well, I don't. You know, but I was. Maybe I could if I had the idea that I would do it.
Yeah.
Often, if I think I'm going to do something, it happens, right? So, I came and I got a Thai girlfriend in the first month, and then I've been with her for the last 15 years.
15 years. Yeah. Well done. That's quite a challenge. Yeah. And what got you into? Because you used to manage a number of bars in Patpong, didn't you? It was quite a few.
Yeah. It was maybe about 8 or 9 bars, of which 6 were go-go bars. The Japanese karaoke as well, and also 2 museums.
2 museums. I know the one opposite Foodland, but that's been closed down. What's the other one? Where's that?
The other one was broccoli museum.
You know what Paul means by broccoli? It's a certain substance that YouTube won't allow us to mention, but I understand what you mean. Carry on.
It was mostly like the history.
Okay.
And because there was a big culture around that in like the 1970s.
So what made you? Why did you leave the bar scene? Because I mean, running 8 bars, that must have been hard work but well paid, I would imagine.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Actually, I had a lot of fun. I was there for about 2 years. But there was a change of management as well, and new shareholders and stuff, and they had their own idea for who the manager should be, and so there was a kind of like a little bit of an internal conflict,
right,
because the old manager, the old boss, preferred me. So actually he went to Phuket. Right, okay. And,
so why did you not follow him to Phuket? Was there nothing there for you? Or?
Well, they had like the company I was working for had like 5 or so bars in Phuket, but they were just they had their own team there as well. They had a team in Phuket, a team in Pattaya, a team in Bangkok, and it wasn't something that came through, unfortunately.
Can I ask what you're doing now, if you don't mind me asking? Because you're not making a living on YouTube, are you? What do you do now for a living?
So now I'm doing advertising.
Advertising?
Yeah. So I've got my website. I've got like a Twitter and a Facebook, and I post information about nightlife in Thailand.
Do you remember? I don't know if you're too young to remember, but do you remember Bernard Trink?
No.
No. Okay. So before the internet, Bernard Trink was like what you're doing now, but it was in the Bangkok Post I think it was Thursday or Friday, whenever people wanted to know what to do, there was no internet back then. I'm talking 1990, 91. You got a copy of the Bangkok Post paper. Okay, you went to the Night Owl page, and you had everything that was happening, new clubs that were opening up, specials, discounts, everything was in the Night Owl, that page, and it was run by Bernard Trink, who is no longer with us. He passed away. He's actually the guy who gave Soy Cowboy its name. Did you know that?
All right, no, I didn't know that.
So a little bit of history for you here. I think it was the second bar that opened in Soy. The second bar that opened in Soy Cowboy was by a retired American Air Force guy who stayed in Thailand. A coloured gentleman. I don't know if that's politically correct, but just trying to get the point across. Apologies if it's not. But he always wore a cowboy hat. And when Bernard Trink used to go down to what is now Soy Cowboy to check out the nightlife, what's coming in a few weeks, he started calling him the cowboy because he wore this hat, and the name stuck, and eventually it became Soy Cowboy because Soy Cowboy isn't the real name, of course. I don't know what the Thai name is for it, but quite an interesting story, I thought.
I knew that the name Soy Cowboy came from one of the managers who worked there, but I didn't know who gave the name to him.
Well, one of the guides in the Pat Pong Museum before it closed, a little guy with a ponytail, very old guy, I can't remember his name, but he was, is it Lucky?
Yeah.
Well, he was, I don't know the guy's name, but the guy who wore the cowboy hat, the guy Lucky, he was the manager for this, the guy I was just explaining with the cowboy hat, and he told me originally he wanted to open a bar in Pat Pong, but the rent was too high, so they went to Soy Cowboy where there was already one bar, and they opened the second one.
All right, yeah. I might have heard that he was the manager, but yeah. Now you say that, it's ringing bells a little bit.
Yeah. So, are you going to be in constant contact with Simon while you're doing this? Is he? I mean, he's not like holding the strings, puppet master, is he? You're able to go out and make your own decisions and decide what videos you're going to make.
Actually, he said, yeah, go for it, make your videos now, and I the first couple of videos I uploaded, I wasn't really sure if how well they would be received, and also I wasn't sure if everything that I said could be said. So I sent them to Simon first. I'm like, hey Simon, could you? I don't want to I don't need to make extra work for you. Would you mind checking these videos and tell me if they're okay? He's like, yeah, they're fine. Right, so I do contact him and get his feedback and things like that. But I won't do that for every video, but I do it.
Fair enough. Okay, well, look, all I can say is good luck with it. So, again, guys, if you're not familiar with the channel, it's called Land of Smiles. It was primarily run by Simon, who is now in the UK. Mainly stories. He told stories. Paul's now a member of the team. He's going to be running Land of Smiles. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I shall be keeping a very close eye on it. Happy you're not reading too many stories, or you're not reading stories. A bit of competition. I'm getting so much competition, so many new channels starting up. But anyway, Paul, thanks for joining me today. It's been interesting. And as I say, good luck. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back for another video real soon. And maybe I'll try and do one or two more interviews because I find them quite interesting, and I hope you do. Thanks again, guys.